NFL Draft on NFL Network starts tonight at 6 Eastern. Rich Eisen will be hosting all 7 rounds of the NFL Draft for the 10th time on the NFL Network. He's an aging veteran. Rich Eisen podcast with Commissioner Goodell and Tracy Morgan. Download at richeisen.nfl.com and on iTunes. Rich joins us now.
Does that make me cagey? Am I approaching cagey?
Wily veteran.
Yeah.
I saw Berman last night.
Yeah.
Boomer's been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Is there competition?
No.
Between the networks?
I don't think so. I mean, I know there'll be executives that look at numbers, our numbers, and their numbers, but we just go out and do our thing.
But do you try to do it differently than ESPN?
No, we do our way, right? I mean, you do your show your way. You're competing against, I'm sure, many people, coast to coast, in this radio slot.
Yeah.
You do it your way.
Yeah.
You're not sitting here, I'm going to do this, like.
But I don't know
you have takes, right?
I don't have takes.
You have your own takes.
I don't.
You know what I mean? You don't have takes? I mean, you have takes on certain
I just
things,
don't have it written down, though.
Oh, okay. See, that's the difference.
Yeah, I wish
is what
I
I'm
did.
saying.
I wish I did sometimes.
But I like every time I walk into Radio City and I see our set right here, and then right across the orchestra, the ESPN set. It reminds me of that Bugs Bunny cartoon. You know, where the dog and the coyote go to work. They punch the clock, they shake hands, and they go to their different spots and battle all day. And then when they're done, they punch the clock and shake hands and walk home. That's basically what it is for me. At least the next 3 days, I do all 7 rounds. I'm there. Start to finish, Dan.
At what point do you hit the wall with the draft?
Usually right around round 5 in the middle of Saturday, 1 in the afternoon. You're wondering when this is all going to end. And then round 6, you get really loopy. I mean, absolutely loopy. That's usually when, like Mayock, you can get him to do something that's completely out of character.
Do you really believe the Cowboys would take Johnny Manziel?
I do. How great would that be?
Oh, well, it'd be great for you guys.
It would be great.
I don't know if it'd be great for the Cowboys.
Well, I don't know. It would. I don't know how that would. I told Michael Irvin last night. Michael and Marshall's on the show?
Yeah, Marshall's next hour.
Okay. We went to dinner last night, Mooch, and I said, if this happens, I turned to Irvin. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I'm coming to you first to explain to me how in the world this could possibly happen and work. How does it work?
I think you should do this.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys select Johnny Manziel.
Just throw the papers up in the air.
You just and then you throw your papers.
That's it.
That's it.
I would love to throw them in the air.
Yes.
And then
make it rain.
At what point do we as a media collectively wet ourselves? Does it happen right away? I mean, what happens?
Now you're going to be disappointed that all of a sudden he goes someplace else.
I know if he doesn't go to Dick, but Mike's not wrong. That 10-minute period from the moment that the commissioner makes that announcement to the next pick. Who picks 17? I think the Ravens pick 17. That pick will automatically become insignificant.
Yeah, nobody's going to care. No, not going to matter.
We could just take Ozzy. Let's do us a favor. Stop the clock. Give us an extra 5 minutes. Go a little later so we could spend more time talking about Manziel and how that works with Romo, and the minute that Romo might have a problem in the fourth quarter, what happens, and Manziel standing there with his helmet on the sideline.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then the first minute they do insert him into the game, and he's not that effective. Oh, boy.
But the Cowboys, it's not a smart choice for the Cowboys.
Why not? I mean, Romo's a 34. Listen, and I love Romo. I am not a Romo hater. I think he is a guy who is supremely talented and has not been the cause of their perpetual 8-8-ness in my mind. Yeah. So I say this with the caveat. He's a 34-year-old quarterback coming off of back surgery.
But why did you extend him if he's not your future?
Well, he wasn't. He was a 33-year-old quarterback prior to having back surgery.
But even then, he's still 33.
Right.
And what you see is what you get with Tony Romo.
Well, in the NFL, you have two choices. You either go with a guy who has proven himself within your world, whether he has won playoff games or not is one thing, but he has proven himself, or you start from scratch. And I don't think the Cowboys wanted to. But now the fact that if Manziel, Johnny freaking football, falls to them at 16.
But then you're saying you don't plan on winning this year. That
Who knows? That's
you don't
not
have any
true.
defense,
Well, you don't
Rich.
have any defense. That's true. Yeah.
So you're saying right now, who's going to – you got to draft defense if you want to win now, this year.
Right.
If not, then you say, hey –
But who are they going to draft in the middle of the first round defensively that is going to be that game changer? I don't know if either of the safeties, Clinton Dix or Pryor, is going to be there at 16. I don't know if any of the cornerbacks are going to be that. I mean, people are talking about Anthony Barr being potentially a game changer in a way. Aaron Donald, maybe. These are the guys who are, we're not talking about Mack or Clowney.
Well, they let everybody go.
So we're not saying that. If it is somebody that they love and can truly, I mean, Johnny Manziel is a Dallas Cowboy. I mean, an annual Thanksgiving Johnny Manziel game.
I love it for us.
But if you're Jerry Jones, and that is definitely always a factor in his thinking. Always. And that is why many people feel that he should give the reins of the general managership up, because none of the general managers, like Jacksonville's general manager, isn't thinking about how Manziel would affect the Jacksonville community and put fannies in the seats.
I do.
You do, because we're in the media. We do. Or your previous guest, Mayock, would basically tell you that's us. In the draft rooms, they don't think about that stuff. They just don't.
Well, the owner does.
The owner does, but the owner might not be sitting in the draft room having the final say. There is one owner in a draft room who has the final say that we know for sure, and that's Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Jerry Jones would have fired Jerry Jones.
You think so?
A few times, right?
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times can you go 8-8 in a row? And we all know, too, Dan, what your last game on NBC is going to be this year.
You think it'll be the Cowboys, Redskins?
Redskins.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Think about it. The last time.
Now, are they going to be 7-8 or 8-7?
That's the only question. Is who's 7-8 exactly going in? Think about it. The last time the Cowboys were not involved in the winning end game for an NFL season was when Pete Carroll was in his first year as coach in Seattle, going against Sam Bradford and Steve Spagnuolo's Rams. That the Seahawks won, brought about the beastquake against the Saints the next year. That's how long ago that happened.
He's Rich Eisen. He'll be heading up the NFL Network's draft coverage on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll come back. A few things to talk to him about. 2 segments for you.
That's next level, Dan, as you always know.
Is that corduroy or velour?
That's corduroy.
Nice.
Got rocking the cords. There's a lot of stuff. By the way, my beautiful wife's at home. Susie's watching with the 3 kids, Taylor, Xander, and Cooper.
A little shout
Dad,
out
I love you. Well, I got to, because I've been gone since Sunday, Dan. Sunday. Susie's solo with the 3 kids.
Yeah.
So what I'm bringing up, I try to look good when I know she's out there watching. And there's a lot of stuff that I can't usually wear a lot in Los Angeles.
But do you
I'm rocking here in New York.
pick your spot when you call in because you know the kids are screaming?
Oh, yeah.
You're going out to a great meal last night. So you're deciding, do I call? And then you're hoping your wife doesn't pick up.
No, I never do. That's not true.
I do that. I did that. I would. No, I did that. When I was at the mothership, and I'd call home, and I 4 kids under the age of 7. So I would call home and just say, don't pick up, don't pick up, don't pick up. Oh, hey, hon, just saying hello. Another night doing Sports Center. Boy, that Keith is crazy. Love you. You don't do that?
You've
never done that.
I've never hoped she wouldn't pick up, Dan. That's where you've taken it to a whole different spot.
I have some fun trivia since I'm hosting a show called Sports Jeopardy.
Yes.
Did you hear about that?
I did. Last week I phrased everything in the form of a question.
I know.
Oh, you're saying that for what purpose? When you say that, the connotation is that you think that I really wanted to host that show. That's the connotation.
I did not think that until you just told me that.
That's the connotation you have, Dan.
No, I wouldn't. I never thought that.
No.
Swear.
No, but that's okay.
But you are sensitive.
No.
Yeah. So you did want to host this.
What
did you reach out?
You just said, did you know I'm hosting a show like this?
Yeah, I was
when you know I knew that I was hosting the show. So what's the subtext of all that?
No, that's called just, like tongue-in-cheek sense of humor.
Okay.
Dry sense of humor. Don't you know my sense of humor by now, Rich?
Dan, you're unpredictable.
Okay. I am hosting Sports Jeopardy.
Yes. By the way, I've heard that one.
What is, I tried to get that job from you.
No. That's ridiculous, Dan.
No. You did not.
Dan, I'm under lock and key to the National Football League.
They wouldn't let you do that?
I don't know.
Did you explore it?
I did not.
Oh, you did not explore it.
No,
Okay.
I didn't explore it.
We'll stick around for another segment.
So what's the whole point about Sports Jeopardy?
I had some questions for you.
Okay, great.
Well, why don't you look on my computer, Rich? You can't do that.
I didn't
kick you off the Sports Jeopardy set.
Oh, no.
You know that I Oh, yeah, you do know I'm hosting.
So I would be a contestant on Celebrity Sports Jeopardy.
I would
with
like
Norm
to-
Macdonald as Burt Reynolds.
I would like to get somebody from each network.
Yes.
So you would represent the NFL
No
Network.
doubt. No question.
What if I put you
Yes.
against Berman?
Yes.
Who else do I put on? What other network can I put a?
Well, if you can't, don't put. Are you Costas? You're going to throw us against Costas?
If you want me to.
Now that would be challenging.
What about I throw Jim Nance in there? Hello, friends. Yeah, bang.
Bang.
Yeah, it's serious. Game on.
That is now something I have to. I'm giving you. This is me giving pause. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay. We'll continue with Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen hosting the NFL Network's Draft Day coverage. Staying with us.
I have received an email from the wife.
And what did
actually
Susie?
a text, because I wanted to make sure.
Text?
Yeah, her only response was when she mentioned having Costas be part of Jeopardy. She texted to me and you, but Costas always wins.
He does. That hurt. That's a shot right there.
That's what she said.
I lost the sports Emmy.
Yeah. But you knew that going in.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I was crushed. No, I actually thought.
Did they at least not make you wait to the very last award?
It was the last award.
Oh,
it was the last award of the night.
Oh, boy.
That's mean. Like, they should just say, let's just get rid of it. Like, you can enjoy the rest of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Right.
And Bob Costas wins.
But they space it out like they're doing it for an audience at home. Just keep the viewership. There's nobody watching. Everyone in that room wants to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to be kept staying there because they want to find out who wins an award that they feel most people would be interested in. I don't understand that.
Who is better between me and Bob?
What are you talking about?
Who's a better sportscaster?
You're two great sportscasters.
No, just
I'm not going to sit here and do that. I have love for both of you guys.
But if Bob is better, you can say it.
Who's better, me or Bob?
Bob.
Okay. Why do you say
that?
All right, so Bob's better than you, too. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. No, we don't need to get into this.
No, but I'm fine
everybody's great.
But I'm fine with.
Great.
No, I'm in competition.
You are?
Yes.
With Bob?
Everybody. Like, I want to be great.
You are great.
I want to be great.
You don't need that trophy to confirm your greatness.
Oh, my
Dan.
God, I do.
Dan,
yes.
You have this. Is this very troubling? What is this face, this big head? Is that Andy Williams or is that you?
That's me.
Okay.
It does look more like Andy Williams. That was for Mardi Gras.
Now,
in New Orleans.
If that is not a testament to your greatness, what else could possibly be? I'm talking about something tangible.
I can't put that on a man's
Something
phone.
tangible.
Rich.
You darn near have close to putting something on it.
It looks like Chris Hansen to catch a predator. That's who I look like.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, but that's...
what else do you need? You don't need the gold statuette.
Leonardo... Okay,
you already have one of them anyway, don't you?
Say that... I have a few of them. Say that to Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't need an Academy Award.
Well, it's a different endeavor.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
He thinks he's the best actor right now.
And he might be. But Matthew McConaughey was the best actor according to his peers this past year. It's a different story. It's apples and oranges. One's Tinseltown, Dan. One's Tinseltown. You know?
Walk-up songs.
Yes. They're going to have them this year.
Yeah.
There's a couple of changes. They removed the draft tables from the front and put them in the back. So fans are going to be right up to the stage tonight, like a mosh pit. They'll be like pounding on the stage, I think. And so they moved. The draft tables are all the way in the back. And that's one of the changes. And the other change is that they've asked the prospects who are there, what music do you want to have played for you when you come on the stage? And as of last night, players were still on the fence, changing things around. I think they have till about 1 or 2 o'clock today to lock it in.
Well, why doesn't Manziel just have Drake perform live?
He could do that. Well, he could be. Remember that movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, where he had the theme music traveling behind him as he walked down the street? That could be Johnny Manziel tonight.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
Yeah. Could I sound any whiter doing that? I sound like straight out of Falcon Crest when I say things like that.
Instead of straight out of Compton.
Yeah. So that's tonight. Yeah, that's first time.
What would your
tonight.
walk-up song be?
Do you have it ready to play?
No. Well, we don't know what it is.
Well, I think I told Paul Paps when I walked in the door. Do we have it?
We sure do.
Okay, play it for me.
All right.
So hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, with the second pick in the NFL draft, the St. Louis Rams select Rich Eisen singing Brandy. There's a port on a western bay, and it ships 100 ships a day. We sailors the time away and talk about their homes. See, I'd want to do karaoke, Dan.
It's a very intimidating song.
Don't you think, Brandy, you're a fine girl? Do you think that'll happen tonight?
I don't think anybody's picking Brandy.
You sure? Because, man, it's a great song to sing in karaoke.
Yeah.
Like right now. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine... Imagine me holding
Fritzy,
up my jersey with the commissioner.
Come on, jump in.
You would be...
What a fine girl.
So, you go next octave.
I do.
Always.
You go next... You
Always.
go falsetto.
I do. You don't see what's going on under my desk here.
Yeah.
I go a little bit more smooth.
What do you have for me, Paulie?
The one you wanted.
Really? Is this...
So you got to introduce yourself. With the...
I'm just happy to be here.
24th overall selection in the draft. The Cincinnati Bengals select Dan Patrick.
I'm just happy to be here. Maybe somebody will pick a song from Frozen. Yeah.
That's right. Let it go.
Yeah, there you go.
Jadeveon Clowney comes out to Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Yeah. Let it go. Toughest
That would
name
be great.
toughest name to pronounce tonight is... And when you get to Ha Ha Clinton, when you get him an extra ha.
Ha ha. No, I think it'd be ha ha. Like give an odd accent on one of the ha's.
Ha ha.
Ha ha. Clinton Dix.
How about
to make it sound
ah?
to make it sound like I know something about the pronunciation of his name that you don't. See, that's the way I host, Dan.
Do you know McLovin can't pronounce the Central Florida quarterback's name?
You don't. How do you pronounce the Central Florida quarterback's name?
The French pronunciation. Blake Bortley.
Bortley.
Yeah.
I really can't do about half the names. Ryan Shazier, is that right?
Yes. It's not Shazer. What do you think?
How
it would
about
be?
Jason Verrett?
Yeah.
Oh.
I call him Raspberry.
Raspberry.
Raspberry Verrett.
Have you done Jadeveon
Yeah.
the whole time?
No, it's Jadeveon. And then I hear it says...
No,
I think
it's Jadeveon.
I think it was last night that he was on Fallon, right? And he asked Clowney, how do you pronounce your name? And he goes, Jadeveon.
Yeah.
And then Fallon goes, so Jadeveon? He goes, yeah. And I thought I might finally get some clarity from, of all people, Jimmy Fallon, and then not so much. You know?
All right, here you go. Since
Yeah.
I'm hosting Sports Jeopardy,
Yes.
did you heard about that? Which
Yes.
which Super Bowl winning quarterback was drafted in the latest round of the draft? Super Bowl winning quarterback drafted in the latest round of the draft. McLovin, if you'd like to jump in, you can.
Oh, it could be the obvious. Who is Tom Brady?
That's what I was going to say, too.
No, Bart Starr.
Who is Bart Starr?
17th round.
Wow.
Bart Starr.
No kidding. So during that draft coverage, was that a value pick?
Yeah.
When
Yeah, I would think so.
when Bart Starr
Yeah.
was chosen.
Which Super Bowl winning quarterbacks undrafted by NFL teams?
Boop, 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 boop.
Yes, McLevin.
Who is Brad Johnson?
Boop, boop, boop. No.
Nice. Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Winning quarterbacks undrafted by NFL teams.
Wow.
You're going to hate yourself. Do, do, do,
Oh, I'm going to hate myself.
do, do. Boop, boop, boop.
No.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner, of course. Wow. Jeez, I am hurting myself. No, and who is Jeff Hostetler?
Steve Young.
Steve Young. Wow, he was drafted, wasn't he?
USFL.
I know. Okay.
How many quarterbacks taken number one overall have won a Super Bowl? I'll give you the number, just to be fair.
Yes.
6.
So I need to give you 6 names?
Yes, you do.
This would never be a question in
Okay.
Jeopardy. Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm so early in the morning, Dan. What is going on with my head? Who is Peyton Manning? Who is John Elway?
John Elway, that's right. That's 2.
Who is I'm trying to get to
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning. Who is first overall? Right?
First overall.
Who is Terry Bradshaw?
Terry Bradshaw's correct. You have two more.
Who is
One you know. One is always the toughest one here.
who's Plunkett?
Got it.
Okay. And who is? Oh, come on. I'm looking around. Jim Kelly. Who's Jim Kelly?
Who is Jim Kelly? Is not. They did not win a Super
He
Bowl.
did not win. That's correct.
Troy Aikman.
What is my problem? Troy Aikman.
T.
Okay.
Roy.
See, it's a little early in the morning for me.
Oh,
Just a
stop.
wee bit. It's late in the week.
Stop.
My head is in the game with the draft. All right, I sucked.
All right, so you can watch.
I'm done with all of my.
Coverage begins what time tonight?
Probably 5 minutes ago. But I'm on the air as of 6 o'clock.
6
this
o'clock
evening,
Eastern,
which
NFL
means,
Network.
which is great. Normally they throw me on like 2 in the afternoon.
I like that.
They want to make sure there's still blood left in the stone.
We'll be watching.
Thank you.
Probably not right at 6 o'clock, but
When
I'll
are
be
you
watching.
What are you going to be watching? So I know when to really deliver my best, Dan. Because it's a competition, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got to be better than you, or if you had done this,
Yeah.
if you had hosted a draft,
Yeah.
you hosted an NBA draft,
draft.
and David
Yeah.
Stern loved the way you did it.
Yeah, I
If I'm
yelled
not
at him.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I yelled
So I need to be better at it than what I suppose you would be at it.
No. You
How does this work?
Compete against yourself. That's all you do.
Well, I just try to be the best Rich Eisen that I can be.
I like that. Yeah, don't worry about
when
it.
Rich Eisen takes the stage.
Yeah. Are you going third person
I
tonight?
just did, yeah.
I know. I like that.
Yeah.
You know I'm hosting Sports Jeopardy. He's Rich Eisen. You
When can
watch
I
him
get on
tonight.
there? When can I get on
I'm
there?
working on that. All right.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Deep.
All right, Rich. That's Rich Eisen. We're back after this.